Hey everybody, I'm Binkle Monkey, and I think video game mascots are like Hogwarts houses. Gryffindor is clearly Nintendo with Mario. He's brave, reliable, a mascot you can trust. Ravenclaw would be Microsoft with Master Chief because...
the rings will kill us all.
Well, they have Bill Gates and Ravenclaws are the smart ones, so you really can't compete with that. Hufflepuff is Sony, because when it comes to mascots, they take the rest. But that just leaves Slytherin, the cunning foil to Gryffindor/Nintendo. Well, if we're playing by 90s rules, and you better believe we are, it would have to be Sega and their iconic platformer mascot, Alex Kidd. You know, Alex Kidd, Sega's first mascot character, with all his discernible features such as existing. So the reason you don't know this monkey person thing is because he didn't have any big games on Sega's North American breakout console, the Genesis. Believe it or not, Sega had an 8-bit console competing against the Nintendo Entertainment System called the Master System. This little plastic brick didn't make much headway in the US or Japan, but it was really popular in Brazil, of all places. Anyway, Alex Kidd was Sega's first attempt at a mascot. Sega wanted a big piece of that video game market share, so they came out swinging with this little fella and the infamous Sega does what Nintendo don't slogan. Well, if you can believe it, this didn't faze the gaming juggernaut that was Nintendo in the late 80s. Sega quickly realized this dead-eyed chia pet wasn't going to make a better impression than Mario.
Hey, wanna see a dead body?
So Sega started over from scratch. They held a company-wide contest for mascot drawings. That's where artist Naota Oshima comes in with his completely finished, fully fleshed out napkin drawing of Mr. Needle Mouse. Enter Yuji Naka, a programmer who's played Super Mario Bros. So many times that he just wishes he could get through the early levels faster to get to the more challenging stuff. These two are teamed up with Hirakuza Yasuhara and a team of 4 others to make a console-selling game out of Mr. Needle Mouse. After many, let's call them 90s ideas are thrown around, and don't worry, we'll get back to those a little later, Needle Mouse becomes a hedgehog, and they name him Sonic. They go as far as to name the entire design team Sonic Team, and go on to create a video game icon. Now, a plain old hedgehog an icon does not make. This is the 90s after all, so we gotta 90s it up. He's gotta be blue to match the Sega logo, and have Michael Jackson's shoes from the Bad album cover, but like red and white because Santa Claus, and the can-do attitude of the current US President Bill Clinton. With their powers combined, they create
Chili dogs!
And if you're watching this video, I assume you know Sonic, with his too cool for school attitude, his moral compass that keeps him fighting for what's right, and other stuff. Sega looked at what Mario was like as of the Super Mario Bros. 3 time period, and made Sonic everything Mario wasn't. Mario didn't have much of a personality, yet, so Sonic oozed it, and Sega marketed this difference and cool factor hard.
Gotta go. Hey, guy, you're the first serious gamer I've seen all morning. Check this out. Brand new 16-bit Super Nintendo with Super Mario World. Wow!
Oh, what's this one?
Oh, this is Sonic the Hedgehog from Sega Genesis. Hey, look at these radical colors.
おいおい、みんなが君を随分と待っていたぞ。
Danita Stokes, president of HAG.
It's bad enough that Sega Genesis has the most 16-bit games, but this new Sonic the Hedgehog, oh, he really does my doilies.
この面白さって。
I like Genesis, and it costs a lot less.
Wait, kid, that game
I'll
there.
take Sonic and Genesis.
I knew that.
And about his attitude. Smarty pants! Why can't it be more like that nice boy Mario?
メガドライブから。
But Sega had even more ideas to make sure you knew Sonic was cool. They had plans to make him be the lead singer of a rock band with a bunch of other animals. He was gonna breakdance on the sound test screen. They even planned to give him a human love interest, named Madonna. The 90s! I'm glad they got that idea out of their system early, because that would just be really strange and bad. Somewhere along the line, Sega realized that all these cool choices together push you from being cool to really corny. a phenomenon I like to call Poochie Syndrome.
I have to go now. My planet needs me.
So they stripped some of these ideas back to the level of edginess we know today. And Sega banked hard on this edginess to, well, edge Mario out of the top spot. And it worked. In 1994, Sega was able to gain 65% of the market share, topping Nintendo, putting out blistering comparison ads all along the way. Sega is the Slytherin to Nintendo's Gryffindor, case in point. Oh yeah, the game review and the ranking list part. I guess I can squeeze that in here too. It would be a shame if I advertised this video as one thing and actually provided another, right? So let's talk about the first Sonic the Hedgehog game. I want to dive right into what has to be the best part of any Sonic game. The story. But before I can do that, I gotta talk about the Sonic Bible. Honestly, this topic deserves its own side video, so here's a quick overview. Sega of Japan didn't send Sega of America any of the story elements to localize Sonic for whatever reason. So Sega of America just made some shit up. And all that made up shit is chronicled in what is now known as the Sonic Bible. There's multiple drafts. One involves Sonic growing up in a small town in Nebraska and his dad dying in a lake of toxic waste. It's a trip. But really, I bring this up now to explain how the villain, Dr. Ivo Robotnik, later becomes Dr. Eggman. It's always been Eggman in Japan. North America made up a name. So Dr. Robotnik is this bad dude who wants to collect the 6 Chaos Emeralds to harness their power for reasons. And to do so, he traps the animals that inhabit South Island inside his robots. It never really says why he needs the animals and the robots, but that's evil dude stuff for you. So Sonic, being the rad 90s dude that he is, decides to free his animal buddies, find all the Chaos Emeralds, and stop Dr. Robotnik. But the Sonic Bible first draft was so much better though. Like, Dr. Robotnik turned evil because he ate a bad egg he found in the back of the fridge. They were really holding out on us. Or maybe it would have been a little extra, though. On top of that, the North American instructions don't even mention the Chaos Emeralds as part of the plot. It's just about Dr. Robotnik turning animals into robots. But it really tries to hype up Sonic.
Only one tough dude can put an end to the demented scientist's fiendish scheme. It's Sonic, the real cool hedgehog with the spiked haircut and power sneakers. Spin through space, loop to your dizzy, save the animals, and become the superhero. Be Sonic. Be atomic.
Okay, so the story is kind of secondary to what we're really here for. The gameplay is where Sonic shines.
Oh, yeah.
But to explain that, we gotta talk game mechanics.
Aww.
The game's objective is the same as most platformers. Traverse the level, collect items, in this case rings, and find the exit. To do so, you have the power to jump and roll around in a ball. These moves are how you attack the numerous baby animal-filled robots throughout the game. If one of these baddies bumps into you when you're not in ball form though, you take a hit and lose all your rings. Take a hit without any rings, and you're dead. Fortunately, you can recollect your rings as they scatter around you. I really love this mechanic, as it makes trying new paths and strategies a lot less scary. You mess up, not the end of the world. And that safety net really helps when you're running at topographical landmarks like these. You know, maps. Let's talk about level design. Yuji Naka, the programmer I mentioned before, was tired of game design that was focused on a straight line between point A and point B. He was far more interested in level design with routes coming out of its ears. In Sonic, skillful platforming can lead you to the map's highest route, which usually has the most rewards and goodies. But if you mess up, it's not a game over. You just find yourself on a different route below it. And if you know what you're doing, you can usually get back to the top again. This amount of variety was the answer to Yuji Naka's complaint about playing through Super Mario Bros. First level over and over and over again. And that brings us to the game's flagship level, Green Hill Zone. The game is broken up into 6 zones, and each zone is broken up into 3 acts. Green Hill Zone is the first zone of the game, and it took Yuji Naka 8 months to program it. He kept starting over from scratch until he made the 3 acts flow just how he wanted. This incredible attention to detail is in no small part why this remains one of the most iconic Sonic levels of all time. It's also the first one ever, but you know, whatever. After Green Hill Zone, we have Marble Zone, which is filled with lava and, well, marble. Springyard Zone, which is a barrage of springs and bumpers. Labyrinth Zone, an underwater maze. Starlight Zone, a cityscape that is, in fact, lit by stars, and Scrap Brain Zone, a dangerous romp through buzzsaws, disappearing platforms, and electricity traps. And whoo boy, playing through these levels is an experience.
Is he gonna do it?
Is he gonna do it?
An experience only enhanced by the music.
Damn it!
The soundtrack was composed by Masato Nakamura, the bassist for J-pop band Dreams Come True. Despite Nakamura having never worked on video game music before, or on hardware that allowed only 4 sounds at a time, he crushed it. Like, I love me some Mario music. It's classic and charming, but I don't have a Spotify playlist dedicated to it. Sonic music, though, those are bops for my everyday life. So much so, you're not just getting a game ranking list with the Sonic series, you're also getting a ranking list of the best Sonic song from each game. 2 for 1, baby. Green Hill Zone, while good, is just too overdone for me. I don't know, it's just so omnipresent still to this day that it kind of takes away from it being special. Marble Zone and Scrap Brain Zone songs are just kind of there. They encapsulate their level very well, but they're just not my jam. Same with Starlight Zone, but I want to give a shout out to the Electro Fart Trumpet for taking the melody for a few glorious bars. So that just leaves Spring Yard Zone and Labyrinth Zone. These are both certified bops. Both bass lines slap so incredibly hard. But if I have to choose, and I do because I'm making me choose, Spring Yard Zone is the best zone music in the game. Labyrinth Zone, I'm sorry, but if you didn't constantly get interrupted by the scary drowning music, you could have had this. Oh yeah, Sonic can't swim. He'll drown in water if you don't keep stocked up on oxygen bubbles. And there you are, in Labyrinth Zone. The music's so fun and bouncy, the level's hard, but you're still slogging through it, and then... Oh my god, what's that? What's that? Why is it getting faster? Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? The emotional whiplash is intense. It truly puts you on edge. And I bet you're on the edge of your seat waiting for us to talk about the thing this game is best known for.
Finally!
It's boss design. So at the end of every Act 3, you take on Dr. Robotnik in a one-on-one battle. Hey, what's going on? What's wrong? What's going on, guys?
We want to go fast.
Fast?
Yeah, you keep teasing it, but then you go on about something else.
I mean, I'll get to speed eventually, but what about the enemy design?
No, it's time for Sonic to go fast.
Yeah, get to the part where we get to go fast.
Ah, okay. So what you're telling me is it feels like something keeps getting in the way of the speed.
Yes!
Well, that's how most of this game feels. You've been told from the very beginning that Sonic's fast. He's the blue blur. This game goes fast. Blast processing for fasty fast.
Going fast is cool, going slow is not. Once you start playing Sonic the Hedgehog, everything else seems a little bit slow.
They say he's incredibly fast. Well, what's the hurry, mister?
Wow, Sonic's fast, too.
You and Sonic speed through, or you are dead, son.
Oh! Little brat!
But when you go fast, you get hit with shit like this. Or this. Or this. This game constantly punishes you for going fast. It seems like anytime the level design hints at, hey, you could go really fast down this slope right here. It'd be totally cool, I swear. And you do it, you end up squished or in a spike pit or bounce backwards so you can do that part of the level again, except slower this time now because you don't want to do it a third time. But it's not just noob traps that feel like a bait and switch. For all the talk about going fast in this game, it's constantly not built for speed at all. Green Hill Zone, for the most part, is built for speed. Sure, there are traps and tricks still, but you can actually get that feeling of speed that you're promised. And it feels really good. It's so fun tearing through Act 1 and Act 2. But then you move to Marble Zone. You know what you do in Marble Zone? You wait. And wait. And wait. I hate this level with a fiery passion. Yeah, like that. It completely kills the momentum that Green Hill Zone built. Now your precision platforming and the floaty controls do not feel right for it. This is very much a replay to get good kind of game. Just mastering the momentum physics takes some serious practice. When you lose momentum, you have to back up and get a running start to get any momentum again. And if there's a ramp or a slope, well, good luck. Next is Spring Yard Zone. With its springs and bumpers and whatever the hell this is, there's a lot of great speeding around to be had here, but it's more so in spurts this time. Frequently, you'll find yourself riding these slow shifting blocks to go up or down a vertical shaft. Is this gameplay compelling or fun for anyone? They could have done this in so many more exciting ways, like using the springs the level is named for. But the springs and the bumpers constantly work against you going fast. This could have been so much better if it focused more on getting good at the bumper mechanics to use them for progression through the level instead of impeding you. Labyrinth Zone can right off. Sonic is slow as molasses underwater, you're constantly threatened with death by drowning, and it's just not fun. You know what's not fast or fun? Looking for a button to open a door. Starlight Zone is pretty good actually. It's built for speed minus these stupid fan things preventing your movement. Scrap Brain Zone though, it's just such a troll-filled level. I can't imagine being a kid struggling your way all the way to Scrap Brain Zone just to fall into any of the deluge of instant death traps this level is built around and getting a game over. It's absolutely demoralizing. I'd show you all the ways you could die here, but I'm playing this on the Sonic Mega Collection on GameCube. And going most of the way through the game just to show you how cheap it is at the end just doesn't feel like the best use of my time. But what about the power-ups hidden around the levels? They're there to help. Are they? Really? You can find 90s-era TV monitors while you're running around a level. Some of them have rings, some of them have a shield that protects you from taking a hit. Some have invincibility power-ups that last way longer than I remember, but it does nothing to protect you from falling in a hole or getting crushed. And often you find the invincibility power-up at the most inopportune times, namely while you're waiting for something to happen instead of running headfirst into danger. And then there's the Speed Shoes. This power-up exists for those of us who want to hit the noob springs and death traps even faster. I only grab these when I really remember the level design, otherwise it can be a recipe for disaster. Alright, so say you get good and learn how to go fast through all the hardships this game throws at you. Neat! Congrats! But if you do that, you probably won't gather the 50 rings you need to make the big ring show up at the end of the act to take you to the special stage. The special stages. They're what I've always assumed an acid trip would be like. The world's spinning, you're a floating ball stumbling your way around. There's so many f***ing colors, the music is soothing, but the sound effects are jarring AF, and if you're lucky, you find your way to where the Chaos Emerald is hiding. Collect all 6 and you get rewarded with a slightly different ending. Oh yeah, endgame spoilers. You beat Dr. Egg, Botnik Man, and save the animals. Woo. With all this said, I do not hate this game. Despite all the flaws I mentioned, the parts of this game that are good are really good. But if I had to start from scratch and put in all the time to trial and error the game out that I did when I was a kid now, I'd probably pass on this one. This game had the potential to be something absolutely amazing. Instead, there's a lot of squandered potential here. But the series gets so much better. This is just the seed from which the franchise grows. And yeah, the plant it's growing is going to bear some really weird looking fruit. If you've kept track of Sonic since the beginning, you know he's had a hell of a bumpy ride. Glorious highs and disastrously low lows. And we're going to relive them all in chronological order. Okay, maybe not all of them, but the mainline games for sure. Sonic's had the same jack-of-all-trades treatment that Mario has, so we've got some catalog cutting to do. But this cutting isn't nearly as cut and dry. First, we're leaving out the handheld games, but hopefully we'll come back to those sometime down the road. But there's also questions like, is Sonic 3D Blast a mainline game? What about Shadow the Hedgehog? Is it really a Sonic game? I don't know. Which games do you think should be considered in the ranking list? Let me know in the comments below. Your opinions could affect which game gets a video or skip over entirely. And while you're at it, why don't you like, share, subscribe, ring the bell, do all that YouTube stuff. So let's put Sonic the Hedgehog on this fresh ranking list. And next time, we'll see what Sonic Too Fast, Please Don't Make Me Too Furious has in store for us. Thank you for watching. Have a good one.